plane's black boxes, they have been recovered. They're being sent to Cairo right now. There are a lot of mysteries here, a lot of questions, but you think many, if not all of these questions will be answered quickly.
I think the likelihood is that the black boxes will tell us the cause of why this plane suddenly decelerated very fast. This wasn't just a gentle deceleration. It was almost the equivalent of hitting a brick wall. It went from 400 knots almost down to 90, 60 knots. Quite extraordinary. And the rate of descent at 1.6 thousand feet a minute, it tells me that whatever happened was dramatic and catastrophic. And we also know now by looking at the parameters on the black boxes, what were the engines doing, what were the flaps doing, what were the control surfaces, what were the pilots' inputs, and what were the pilots saying to each other. That's why I think it's going to give very, very strong clues.
You say 20 minutes into the flight, which is roughly when this all happened. That's a very unusual time for accidents, for crashes to take place. Why is that?
Because it's known as in the cruise phase of flight. It's the early cruise phase of flight. And that's a very, very safe section of flight. The plane and the pilots are under the maximum stress at takeoff and landing. And if you look at the statistics, about 40 to 50% are on landing, 30-odd% are on takeoff, but only 8 to 9% of accidents are in the cruise. A lot higher for fatalities because it's almost always fatal. When there's a major incident in the cruise, it's almost always bad. And that's why it's the safest part of flight. The plane's on autopilot, the pilots are monitoring, not flying, and that's why it's so unusual.